Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mali News. After presenting the new constitution draft to the President of the Transition, Colonel Assimi Goïta, it is time to popularize the text. The Strategic Steering Committee for the Popularization of this new constitution held its first session around the document to better understand the content. The head of government presided over the opening of the session. Several members of the government and executives from the various departments participated in this session. Alfsen Touré and Drissa Kadamele for Mali News.
The Constitution Vulgarization Committee is composed of all members of the government and some central services. The role is to facilitate this constitution understanding in order to facilitate its popularization to citizens. Its a first meeting to follow instructions of the head of state, requesting a large dissemination of project text. The presentation of experts on the major innovation contained in the Constitution project allowed each of them to better appropriate the content of the text and to refine arguments for the adoption by each social group. According to the Prime Minister, the transition president did his job. The Prime Minister then encouraged all Malians to appropriate the text.
Launching this week in Bamako of activities commemorating the 50th anniversary of the Permanent Interstate Committee for Drought Control in the Sahel. This is an opportunity for the actors of this organization to recall the effect of the drought from the 1970s to the present day and the efforts made by SEALs with the affected populations. The launching ceremony was chaired by Prime Minister Dr. Shokel Kokala Maiga. The story with Kumba Sise and Gassou DIARRA for English Time.
From 1973 to 2023, SEALS is 50 years old. In this year, the commemoration is about the responsibility to serve people. The choice of Bamako means Mali is one of the founding countries that deserves recognition. Executive Secretary of the organization says it's Mali is a founding member of CILSS that promotes the institutionalization and the production of CILSS. The Institute of Sahel is an organization that cares about politics, the mobilization of the regional solidarity, and technically we take our responsibilities to challenge droughts and to promote food security. The Permanent Committee Interstate and to fight droughts in the Sahel countries. This organization of Sahel takes all its responsibilities to fight droughts in the Sahel countries. To make this action a reality, the organization of Sahel Institute will promote and increase food production in order to fight droughts in the Sahel countries. His Excellency Prime Minister Dr. Shokel Kokala Maiga talked about the drought in 1970. In fact, His Excellency Prime Minister Dr. Shokel Kokala Maiga thanked the organization of Sahel Institute for choosing Mali to commemorate the 50 years of CILSS.
Prime Minister Shokel Kokala Maiga received in audience the various officials of the Plate Service, an opportunity for the head of government to thank these interlocutors for the result obtained during the 2022 and invite them to stay the course. The Minister of Economy and Finance and his colleague from the domain attended this hearing. More details with the National Director of Treasury and Accounting, Alfsen Touré and Gassou DIARRA for the translation.
3 general directors have been received by His Excellency Prime Minister Dr. Shokel Kokala Maiga in order to talk about financial resources of the country. Among them, there were General Director of the Customs House, General Director of House, and General Director of Budget and Accountants. We have been with the two ministers, the Minister of Economic and Finances and the Minister of House. We have come to see His Excellency Prime Minister Dr. Shogel Kokala Maiga in order to thank him for providing many efforts in 2022. His Excellency Prime Minister Dr. Shogel Kokala Maiga incites us to make efforts so as to find good results in 2023. We have to do perseverance. In fact, 2022 was very hard. We knew embargo in 2022. In spite of this difficult time, all public service did good job because they have achieved their goals. We promised to His Excellency Prime Minister that we would achieve our goals in 2023.
The National Committee for Monitoring Mali's commitment on ACPDs plus 25 met to validate the additional activities of the financing and resource mobilization action plan for the implementation of the commitment. It is also a question of presenting the report on the level of implementation of these promises. For more details, let's listen to Sekou Amadou Traoré, National Director of Population. He is at the microphone of Nuhum Sissoko and Gassou Diarra for the translation. West African telecommunication regulators held their 20th General Assembly. The annual meeting is a space for discussion and sharing of experiences on best practices in the telecommunication sector. Gathering in assembly, the actors of the SAPIR region review the achievements of the past year and reflect on how to meet the current challenges. Salimata Daw and Drissa Kadamile for English Time.
Composed of 16 countries, the Assembly of Telecommunication Regulators of West Africa took its mark even here in Mali in 2002. And for 20 years, the sub-regional organ has been working for the development of information and communication technologies and their access to all populations of the area. The 20th Annual General Meeting draws a satisfactory balance sheet from actions taken by the regulatory instrument. Artao Executive Secretary Aliou Yusuf Abouke emphasized the importance of technology for the development of our states. Progress has been made, but challenges are emerging. For this annual meeting, regulators are refining their ideas. The Assembly will adopt 2023 annual budget of the organ.
Delivery of food kits to Banansole, a village located in the Kulikolo region. This charitable gesture is from Zakat Foundation of America. Objective: to restore joy to the most needy people in the locality. The donation consists of oil, rice, and sugar to meet the needs of the month of Ramadan. Let's follow the interview with the coordinator of the foundation at the microphone of Salim Konate.
We are here today to make the launching of our Ramadan campaign. Every year we are doing the campaign for Ramadan, and we are giving some food stuff to communities. We do it in several localities of Mali, several regions of Mali. This year we have decided to make the launching in Bananzole, because Bananzole is a flag program site for location for us, because they have shown the commitment they have for themselves. They have shown how much they care about their population, and they have called Zakat to help them. So this is why we're here today. What we are doing in Bananzole is we have a kind of integration of several activities, programmatic and strategic reason. We have, for example, the income generating activities for women, for example, the livestock. You have seen the goats. These goats are part of the livestock project. You also have the farming project. And the farming project has been supported by a well digging project. So you have not only access to water, and you also have the income generating activities.
The first edition of the Symposium on English Language Teaching and Literature Studies took place at Kabbalah in the meeting room of the Rectorate from March 29 to 30, 2023. The opening ceremony of this symposium was chaired by the Rector of the University of Letters and Human Science of Bamako. Follow the report. 2 days have been chosen by the organizer of the first edition of Symposium on English Language Teaching at Kabbalah. Many teachers of English took part in the opening ceremony.
Well, during these 2 days, we will welcome colleagues from here and from abroad who will be discussing the main issues of teaching English as a foreign language in a multilingual context like Mali. They will be also reflecting on perspectives, research perspectives about the teaching of English in the Malian context in the different departments, as we will have colleagues from Mali, as I said, from other neighboring countries. So they will be reflecting on that. We hope that this will have a great impact on our teaching because in the past years we have noticed that English and teaching in general had changed. We have the new technologies, we have new applications, so we need to reflect on how to use this technology in our daily teaching. We have new pedagogies that have been developed elsewhere, so we are reflecting also how we can take advantage of that new pedagogy and integrate it in our own teaching. So we hope that this symposium will be a great opportunity for colleagues to share their experiences, to learn from one another, and also to improve their teaching techniques.
During these 2 days, participants joined the different groups of their discipline and propose innovative solutions to the pedagogical issues for the benefit of our respective academic institutions.
To me, the challenges are twofold. First and foremost, how can we manage our overcrowded classes with our meager resources and upgrade the skills of our students at the same time? Secondly, in this era of information technology characterized by the internet, YouTube, Twitter, Google, Instagram, online teaching, etc., how can we discharge our functions as teachers to satisfy our students' needs without encouraging those students to use fake sources in our respective disciplines and without losing the essence of our teaching?
Every year, this symposium will be organized to strengthen our educational system, especially English language teaching. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of Mali News, but stay with us for the guests of the week. Today I'm with members of Zakat Foundation of America in Mali. Together we are going to talk about the foundation and their field of intervention. But before all, I let them introduce themselves to the viewer of ORTM1. I start by my left.
Okay, my name is Mariam Koulibaly Ndiaye. I am the country representative of Zakat Foundation of America in Mali, and covering also countries like Guinea and like Mauritania, and having some activities in Senegal.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yes, my name is Noum Jakite, country program manager of Zakat Foundation for America in Mali, cover to Guinea, Mauritania, and Senegal.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for coming. So my first question is to know, what is Zakat Foundation?
Okay, thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak about our organization. Zakat Foundation is, I would say, a new organization in the world of charity. A new organization, but it has been here in Mali for now more than 10 years. And Zakat has been created in 2011 in Chicago, where our headquarters is. And from there, we have started acting in Mali since 2012, in fact. But informal action have taken place here in 2011. But very formally, we have started in 2012, when you remember, when we had these big floods in Commune 1 and Commune 4 of Bamako. And it has been such a disaster. And this is the first time that Zakat Foundation was acting in Mali. And that was the door that opened. And since then, Zakat Foundation has been here. Zakat is a charity organization, a non-governmental organization, humanitarian organization. We don't make any difference wherever you are Muslim or you are not Muslim. The most important thing for us is you need our assistance, and we will provide this assistance thanks to Allah. Okay, this is Zakat to put it in a nutshell. Okay.
So how many programs do you have?
So you can say that you have 3 major programs: an emergency program, seasonal program, and development program. Emergency concern, as I say, my country represents say now, concern all emergency, natural or non-natural. And the seasonal program concern Tabaski, during Tabaski and Ramadan. During Ramadan, we come to give to the most need person.
So is Bamako only concerned in Mali or in other region?
No, no. You know, Zakat Foundation has some values. The values are that we don't make difference between people. And one of the core value is equity. We want to make equity. But at the same time, although we would like to reach the maximum of people, we would like to reach the whole country of Mali and some of the neighboring countries. But you know that we can do such. And this is why we are in Bamako. We are in many of the communes of the district of Bamako, but we are not only in Bamako. Nuhum was telling you that we had this launching, and you said so, in Bananzole. Bananzole is where we are. We also are in Nyoro de Sahel. And some of the villages in the neighborhood of Nyoro, we have some activities there. We also are in Kai for some program, like the program for the sponsorship of orphans. But we also are in Mopti. We also are in Sevare. We also are in Kona. Our ambition would be to go further in the northern part, but this is yet to come.
So since the beginning of this program, so what's your feeling about the needy population?
First of all, you know, you cannot help someone without the person himself or herself. So one of the basic conditions is that we work with communities, we work with individuals, but we also follow when people work for themselves. That's one thing. The second thing is that we do not want to take the place of those whose roles, legal role, is to do this. So we do not want to take the place of the government, of the community bodies, etc. So we are contributing. We are assisting the people to do whatever needs to be done to complete, because we would like them to have some smile on their face. We would like to offer some alleviation of some of the suffering they are enduring during their life. Of course, we cannot take them all. We give our contribution. And we do that in coordination with the government authorities, with the communal and community villages, and also with people. So these are some of the things that are very important for us.
Before leaving, could you tell us your last words?
My last word is that I thank you RTM1 to bring us a word today. So I thank you so much to be here. So I think that later on, if this can be sometime come, there is no problem. We are open to come here to discuss with you. So because you do so much things in Mali, so you have to show this to the people. As you know, it is Zakat Foundation. This is one pillar of Islam. This is a Muslim from the USA who give the Zakat. So we are here in Bako Jigoroni. So every person can come to see us and to discuss how to do. So we thank you so much. So we are so happy to be here today. So this is my last word.
Your last word.
Okay, my last word will be a word with drawers. With drawers. The first thing I would like to adopt what he said and to extend my thanks to all of you. All of these media who have been given us opportunity to have some visibility. And this has been since we started here in Mali. And this, we would like to say thanks. Once we say thanks, everything we do, we will not be able to do without some of the people. You are some, but the government has always been here to support us. Although we are here to contribute to the government's obligations and to other obligations, they have been here to accompany us, to guide us, to orient us every time the need is. So this is also something very important. And I would like to also say that this is from Zakat. Our resources are mainly from Zakat and from Sadaka. And this Zakat and Sadaka is coming from some American Muslims. My dream is that there will be one day that we can do even 10 times more or 100 times more with the Zakat and the Sadaka coming from people in Mali.
Thank you very much for coming. Thanks for watching us. We will be together next Saturday and Sunday. Same time, same channel, or RTM1. May God bless Mali. Goodbye.